All right, now number two. Number two, again, this one, it's not really something that I would worry a lot as long as you can sketch. Now, I'm going to say this. We are asking for a numerical answer. I'm going to say that sketch it out. Visualize it. If you do not visualize it, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be very challenging. But at the same time, I also want to make sure that you are sketching the essential and the essential only so that you're not wasting time. And this is why I use the word sketch. I'm not asking you to produce something that's extremely accurate. Now, the first question is, when we talk about the range, what are we talking here? We're looking for what values? The y values, right? And it's a cosine graph, so you know it's going to be something like a wave. So you know it's going to be y values, something like this. So what is really important is the vertical shift. What is really important is the amplitude. So we're like, oh yeah, so we have a -7 for the downward shift. And that's our midline right there. And then we have an amplitude of 16. So that means the highest point is going to be at 9. Right? And the lowest point is going to be -23. Now, should we proceed and sketch things like, oh, what's the period and what's the horizontal shift? Should we do that? Why not? Well, it won't affect it, right? Well, you could do this, but it's not going to be effective. So all we care is, oh yeah, it's some kind of graph that's going to bounce around between -23 and +9. And if you can tell that, then you're good. So I'm going to emphasize this idea that make sure you always think about sketching out the graph so that you can see it. And when you sketch, you have to actively ask, what do I need to know? What do I care? What should I care as I try to sketch this one out? Okay, look at the question. Oh, you're asking for the range. It's just a y value. So the period, I mean, it's good to know, but it's not that important in this case. The horizontal shift, oh, it's shifting to the right for pi over 4. It's good to know, but it's not that important for this particular question. Okay, so that's the range for number 2.